Well, 12th new car launch from BMW India in 2023, and it is the X5, a hugely significant car. And to talk to us more about that is Vikram Pawah, MD and President at BMW India. Thank you so much for your time, Vikram.
Thank you, Shams.
Quite significant, the X5?
Absolutely. I think X5 is a role model or a car that has actually defined the SUV segment in premium space. That's what we created long time back. So I think we're really proud that we again redefining again this space with a new X5, which is bigger, more aggressive, and more road presence kind of a car. Also comes with a lot of new technology, new features that I think our customers have been asking for a very long time in terms of digital connectivity, connected drive, and the kind of screen and the luxury that we have actually upgraded the interior. So, a absolute winner of a car.
And X, of course, is a very important brand for you, right? Especially in a market like India. It's something that really matters to the consumer. They like SUVs.
Yes, I think we're seeing that very clearly. I think our consumers have given this feedback that yes, of course, the X models are absolutely perfect in our road conditions and also for long drives with families. You need that space, you need that luggage space, so it perfectly fits. So X models contribute to almost 50% of our sales in India.
Any particular part of the country where X does better than the other parts?
I think everywhere. I think I've seen it everywhere. But of course, your markets in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, are perfect markets that are the always fastest growing market and really big markets. So absolutely right. But when I go to Chandigarh, when I go to even places like Raipur, I see X models doing really well. And I think we've seen that across the category of X. So if you look at it, we launched the X1,
right,
which is the entry level SUV for us. We launched it in January 2023 in Joytown. We met there.
Yes.
And I think since we launched it, what we have seen is a fantastic demand for that. And it's, in terms of numbers, if I just put it, of course, the proof point is there that we've actually now, it's contributing to 20% of our sales already, X1 alone, right? There's a growth of 25% in first 6 months,
right,
even though our deliveries have only started in April.
In April. Okay.
So actual growth is more than 40% actually if I look at the relevant period. But more importantly is the type of customers we are getting with the X1, new X1, being a bigger car, being a car with a little bit more technology and more modernness, I must put it, compared to anyone in this segment. I think is the most modern, the best looking and the most spacious car. So we are seeing 76% of these customers are actually coming from mass and near premium. And that's fantastic because if you remember, I've always been making this statement that our job as BMW is to expand the segment for premium, and I think by seeing that 2/3 of people are actually coming from near premium and mass segment clearly shows we're actually expanding the segment.
Talking about growth, it's been a great first half of the year for you. Which have been the most significant contributors, and any particular car that's actually surprised you in the way it's performed?
I think first let me tell you, okay, how do I define growth in the first half, right? So first of all, it's been a best ever month in our history.
Okay,
this is June, but okay, the best ever month in our history of 16 years. It has been a best ever quarter for us. So quarter 2 of 2023 has been the best ever quarter for us, and also best ever first half. So clearly a record month, record quarter, and a record first half of the year. And if I just dissect that into the segment of or the phase of first 3 or 4 months, the supply was still restricted.
Correct.
Following in from last year, if you remember, we spoke that we could have sold much more cars even last year if the supply was there. Of course, we had semiconductor issues, we had some logistical issues, some lack of containers and ships. So roughly around May onwards, our supply started resuming to some kind of a normalcy. So if I take a period of May and June and compare it to last year, the same period, we have grown by 32%.
Okay.
Which is again in pace with our growth what we have registered in the last 2 years at around 30 to 35% back to back for 2 years. So pretty much back in that rhythm, if you call it. Also, best ever year in terms of online sales.
Okay.
21% is sold online. Best ever sales through our 360-degree program, the finance product that I just spoke about.
Right.
Best ever, we have registered the number of contracts people have signed up on that, and also best ever order bank. So we have collected orders worth 8,000 units in the first half.
Okay.
Which we could have been able to supply. Like I said, the supplies are resuming now from May and June now, and second half our supplies are
So secured. How many cars still waiting to be delivered?
So we have over 2,500 cars and 1,500 motorcycles yet to be delivered.
Okay.
In end of June. But like I said, supplies resume now.
Okay.
Now we expect the demand to even pick up more with all our new models launched now. This being the 12th model as you spoke about.
Right.
So I see a solid growth. And when I come back to the question that you asked, okay, what is driving this growth? So there are 3 key distinct levers that we can see. That's driven by more by us and our product range. The first one is the luxury class.
Okay.
So the luxury class normally includes models like the 7 Series, the i7, the X7 and the XM, right? If you look at those models, we are seeing a growth of 128%.
Okay.
These models are contributing to 20% of our sales now,
Right.
which is solid. So I think people normally imagine India being a small car market or a entry level car market, but I think this totally disproves that myth or really bursts that myth that actually that's not the case. 20% of our sales is coming from cars that are actually luxury class.
Right.
Also the 7 Series that we launched, where we said that we will redefine the definition of luxury, with a theater screen, with a
Right.
lounge that is almost equivalent to a first class cabin, right? With the kind of technology, touch screen, everything at your fingertips. That itself, in the first 6 months, where the delivery actually has happened in the last 3 months only, we've outsold what we have actually sold in the entire year 2022.
Okay.
Right? So that's the kind of growth you're looking at. Also a waiting of 4 to 6 months on that product at the moment. The second product or the category that is actually leading our growth is electric vehicles.
Electric vehicles.
So we are proud that we are actually leaders in electric space in the premium segment. So last year when we launched our products, we said we will be leaders. We ended as leaders. In the first half of 2023, we are leaders with 50% segment share within the premium segment.
Okay.
We own that space literally 50%. And basically, if I talk about growth, I think these numbers will be probably, people will say it's fantabulous. So it's 11 times growth compared to last year. Same time. But again,
Yes.
even if I don't take the last year first half, because we didn't have all the products
All
at
the
that
cars
time,
came in much later.
but much later. So, but let's say even the full year, if I take of 2022, they still have sold 46% more
Okay.
than last year, right? Entire year. That's great. Again, waiting of 3 to 4 months there.
Okay.
But the clear success factor in there has been our product iX.
Okay.
I think we spoke about the SUV.
This is more than the i4.
iX is actually a single product. It's the biggest seller electric vehicle for our portfolio.
Okay.
And that product itself outsells all the models included in the premium space.
Okay.
That's how successful that model is actually.
Okay. And where are we putting that price cap of premium space?
So,
Approximately?
I mean, premium spaces are traditional competitors, what we
Okay,
talk
so
about, right?
all the
traditional
entire portfolio
premium, the entire
included.
portfolio of premium, if you look
Okay,
at it, all the
okay.
electric offerings that are available in that,
All right.
it is outselling it altogether. Because again, I'm not surprised, because first it's a SUV, which we spoke about, perfect for our conditions, perfect for the space and the technology that comes with it, plus also being electric.
Right.
And us providing, like I said, a home charger.
Right.
So you can actually enjoy that car at a low cost of ownership, low cost of running without any hassles. So it's a perfect car. And I think what I'm seeing is that, the demand is almost at times equivalent to, what we normally see in an X5. So that's how popular this car is becoming.
All right.
So really happy about
So
that.
the pace at which the premium electric segment is growing in our country, I'm talking about the overall industry in premium. How do you analyze that? Could it still be faster than what it is? Do customers still have concerns about owning an EV which is worth more than ₹1 crore, for example?
No, I think in electric space, the adoption of EV has been much faster, I must say.
Okay.
And I think there are clear reasons for it. First of all, I think normally the premium space, customers are normally the first movers. They are the ones who pick up on the trends and they adopt to the
Correct.
latest technologies much earlier. And that's
Yes,
why
absolutely.
we provide the latest technology to our customers in premium space. So that is one reason that we see that there's adoption. But also, at least I can talk about our brand. I can't talk about other brands, but first of all, we have the widest portfolio.
Right.
So first of all, you need to be able to offer a good option for customers to pick up electric vehicles. So we have a mini hatch, which is a completely different format. We have the i4 sedan, which is again a small executive sedan that if you wanted. iX, like I said, the bestseller, SUV and electric, and i7, which is a luxury limousine. So once you have these portfolio, people can choose between one. That's one. Other thing is the ease of usage. So with every electric car, we provide a home charger, which is an 11 kilowatt AC charger. So every customer is capable to charge the vehicle quickly at their own premises. They don't have to worry about depending on public charging space, which I think a premium customer deserves as well. They have a parking spot in their house, so it's much easier, or in their office, whatever they want. So it's easier for them to then charge. Let's say even if you're traveling, even if you have some range anxiety, if you're going interstate or something like that, we have fast 50 kilowatt DC chargers installed at all our locations across 35 cities.
Right.
And these DC chargers are 62 in number roughly across the country, which is, I think, I can boldly claim that it could be probably the best private charging network that any premium or any industry player has got. I think we have got the leading one in that one. So our customers can actually charge their vehicles 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's accessible to them, and it's ease of charge there as well. Also, the range of our cars are pretty good as well. We spoke about the iX. It's more than 580 odd kilometers or so. So, with our usage in India, we know the usage is around 40 to 50 kilometers, mostly done for intra-city runs. I think it's a clear winner for us. So, adoption I expect to be much faster as the supplies are resuming for us, like I explained, as we are launching even more models. So now we have 4 models. You won't surprise if we launch a few more sooner or later. So because I told you we will lead with the electric space and we'll continue to lead. We'll continue to provide the best portfolio for our customers to choose from always.
Briefly touching on motorcycles, Vikram. Again, good numbers, encouraging numbers for you in the first half of the year. What's driving that?
So I think what's driving it is again product content.
Or what's riding that?
Yeah, what's riding that actually, riding the growth actually. Yeah, we are riding the growth wave with that one absolutely, because I think motorcycles are an absolute success story for us, similar to our cars, right? So we've been growing 30-40% every year, and we did 7,000 units last year. First half of the year, we've grown by 50%, sold more than 4,600 bikes. Mainly driven by the product content again, the kind of models that we launched. So if you look at the 310cc, absolute success story.
Yes.
Absolute leaders in the space.
Any particular model doing better than the others?
No. So the GS-R, so 310GS, the 310R, 310RR, all three perform equally well.
Okay.
Of course, 310RR is the latest launch. So of course, the new flavor of the month, if you call it, in bike riding, that's always the case. You want the latest and the greatest, and I think 310RR is the absolute success stories. Between these 3 motorcycles, we have a waiting of almost 3 to 4 months, right? 1,500 units yet to be delivered. We have an order bank of that, and I think we've shown that we have created this market. Actually, I really am proud that BMW Motorrad actually created that market. They're absolute leaders in this one, and I think customers are giving us feedback that wow, this is a product that I want to ride. The number of rides that happen across the country have almost quadrupled.
Okay.
Right, for us, people are riding even more and more. We see more people having clubs. Even our own officially organized rides are growing phenomenally. So that clearly shows you the sign of the success of these products in India.
So overall looks like it's going to be the best ever year, on track for that?
Yes, we had a best ever year in 2022. So why should 2023 be lesser? So of course we'll have a best ever year. Supplies are just resuming. So again, my apologies to our customers who had to wait for some time during the first half, but now supplies are much better.
Okay.
And you would see a fantastic result from BMW, and we'll keep on exciting as well.
Exactly. What more can you promise us with
Lots
the
more
onset
launches,
of
lots more
the
launches.
festive season is coming up?
So we said that we'll have 19 car launches in 2022 and 3 motorcycles.
Okay. So still a few left.
And we have launched, this is the 12th car we are launching. We have launched 2 bikes, so there's still few to go. Let's put it that way.
Okay, and just finally, what's the long-term goal of the brand globally as well as in India? Where are we heading towards over the next 6-7 years?
So I mean, goal of BMW is very clear. We are in the premium space. We'll continue to lead the premium space on a global perspective, no matter what the trends are. And I think we have clearly shown to the world that we are open for technology. We are not choosing one or the other. We respect our customers. We are customer-centric company, so our customers get to choose whether they want an electric, whether they want a plug-in hybrid, whether they want a petrol or a diesel. We are here to provide all.
Vikram, wish you all the best for the times ahead, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, Shams. Always a pleasure.